So, guys, I hope you still remember your MAC part 1. And I will bring you to the screen. Do you still remember the screen? Herbert,
Yes, Erwin.
what is the screen that is appearing there?
So it was the maintenance system view input output test.
Oh, okay, thank you, Herbert. Oh, so Laurie Otelia is here. I think before we start, we will just, and Sergey also is here. Let them little bit introduce themselves before we start. So, Mr. Sergey, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Mr. Sergey, I would like only to know, can you introduce yourself, telling us, state your name, your rank, and did you have experience or do you have experience for MAC? And how many months it is?
So actually, my name is Sergey. I'm a technical superintendent.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't worked with MANME engines when I work on vessels. So
Yeah.
from TSI position, I already know these engines and have some.
Okay, that's good. That's good, Mr. Sergey. What about Mr. Otelia? Welcome, Mr. Sergey. What about Mr. Otelia? Laure, can you hear me loud and clear? Herbert, is there any reply or not? And we have all the controllers here in the system connected by our network. Can you see now my screen well or not? Can I have a response from you guys? Okay, so let's begin with ECU A and B. What is the responsibility of your ECU A and B? Anyone can answer? What is the responsibility of your ECU A and B? This. Any answer, please? Can you unmute your mic so that we can hear you? There is no wrong answer here.
Engine control unit.
Yeah. This act as what, and what the engine control unit does, A or B? It acts as
Starting
what?
conditions.
Okay, that is correct. What more? What about the others?
Encoder. Encoder system. A and B.
Oh, Okay, that's good. It supply power to the taco system amplifier. That is correct. Anything else? Anything else? So your ACU A and B is the one that is connected to your local operating panel and act as also your governor, right? Is that right or anything else? Guys,
Start and control system.
start that is start condition and also act as your engine control system or your governor. The governor is also controlling the what? Your fuel index limiter, okay? Your ECU is also controlling your fuel index limiter. Is that understood?
Yes.
What about the others? Do you agree with it? Okay. The rest agree or not?
Yes, agree.
What about going to the next? What about EICU? EICU A and B.
Engine interface control unit is controlling power management system and translate signal.
Okay. So your EICU A and B is the one that is your translator or it is also acting as what? Your your speed modifier, right? Your speed modifier, or it is the one that we say convert your signal from your third-party system. Your telegraph is one of it, and it is the one that is giving you actually the RPM or your speed modifier or your RPM index. So every we say command from your telegraph has its own we say equivalent RPM. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you have also yes. So I hope you remember that. And what else? It is connected to what also? And it's connected to what?
It's connect from for bridge panel and cylinder CCU.
That one? A minute. Let me. So your EICU is connected to your bridge panel. It's connected to your engine room panel. That is correct. And it is also connected to your safety system when you are running the engine automatically, okay? So, and what about the ACU 1, 2, and 3? your auxiliary control unit. What it does?
Pumps and blowers.
Okay, that's good. Pump and blowers, right?
Auxiliary control, yeah, unit, blower control.
Okay, that's good. So, only blowers and also your pumps, your engine-driven pumps, and as well as your startup pumps. Okay? Is it okay?
Okay, pumps also, yeah.
Okay. What about the CCU? What about the CCU?
This is cylinder control unit.
Injection.
So what does it control?
Fuel injection, valve actuation, FIVA.
Okay, that is correct. Correct? Okay, so that means that is your engine specific function or what you are using for your operation. That is fuel injection, valve activation, starting of your engine, and lubrication of your engine. So I think everything. What about last will be your taco? What about your taco? And it what about your taco system? What it does?
Angle encoder.
Okay. In this setup here, you can see TIU, A and B. This will be your taco interface unit. This is the new system now. That is why we will use this system today for our simulator as we will be doing the exercise. Your taco interface unit is also one of your MPC and the new version, but in the old version, taco is still controlled by your ECU and USB. That is also giving you the signal for your taco system amplifier. Okay? So again, I would like to reiterate that you will be doing today an exercise that we will have to do. But first, let us prepare your scenario. We will designate one who will handle the map, and the rest will help him. We say do the procedure that is going to be in the exercise. Okay? Okay, guys? Okay, guys?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Herbert, can you please share your screen?
Okay.
So, wait a minute, guys. So, what will we have to do is that somebody will be in control of the map. and the rest will help him and also guide him of the proper procedure that will have to do in our scenario that we are going to do using the power of your map. So Herbert, can we now
Okay, so I will just give to Metin. Metin, can you put your cursor on the MOP, sir? So we can see if you can operate the MOP.
I think Mr. Mitten is very experienced with your ME. I think he has the experience, right, Mr. Mitten? So, Mr. Mitten, this is our scenario for today.
Yes.
Just prepare the engine and start the engine. If we start to full speed, if we have the problem, please
Control press. I have dual.
you ask your other colleagues together what you are going to make to follow the procedure so that they will learn also from that, Mr. Mitten. Is that correct? Is that clear?
Yes, clear.
Yeah.
In
Ask
the map,
them. So,
I have dual in the map. It's control air press sensor deviation. Possible control air press is low. Possible activate also slow down mine engine. The first need check control air press. Deviation group low. It's coming normal press is 7-8 bar. Control air press. Possible in the air press is coming low press. Or possible leakage in the control air press system. Need to investigate.
do you agree with Mr. Mitten? You can tell Mr. Mitten and you can talk with each other what you are going to do now. Okay. So our scenario is prepare the engine and start the engine to full speed. We want only to hear your practice on board, the proper way of your preparing your engine, and of course, if you have problem, you can talk with each other how to solve the problem using your map screen. Okay?
Sir, now it's the need prepare my for the situation is prepare my engine.
Okay. You ask them what so that they will learn also.
Yeah, you must to prepare. Turning gear is engaged.
Engage turning engage again turning gear. Turning one round my engine.
Okay.
After open control air and mine air starting valve again. Should be reset again.
Okay. So what will I do now? Just tell me what to do. If I can do it from here in the engine room, I will do it for you.
Okay, I close mine air starting valve. This control air. Engage turning gear, turning mine engine 10 minutes.
Okay.
After disengage, open mine air starting valve, control air, and this air distribution.
Okay.
Should be coming mine engine ready.
Okay. Do you agree, guys? Ask your colleague, Mr. Nathan. Can you do it?
Somebody agree? My opinion. Okay, also need to check this control air system. The control air is in the parametry, the sensor is okay.
So what now we have to do? Any consensus or agreement from your side?
As a simulator, you just disengage this turning gear and try to put standby mode. Let's see what happens.
What about the others? Any suggestion? Mr. Otella, Lowry? Mr. Otella has just said how much the pressure should be. What about that? He's asking.
Control air press is 8 bar, about 8 bar, 8.5 like this. Normal pressure.
So guys, any agreement with Mr. Metin regarding how to prepare the engine?
This prepare mine engine until blower the mine engine. Need inform the bridge possible blower.
Okay.
Blower mine engine after The first inform the bridge possible blower mine engine. The first also need to activate mine engine standby for start the
Okay.
blower. Need to start auxiliary blower. Possible also start auxiliary blower. Also possible possible blower without this start auxiliary blower. The normal, I like my personal opinion. I like start auxiliary blower all the time. Inform bridge. I ask possible blower mine engine, everything is okay. Activate standby mode. I wait for start auxiliary blower. Hydraulic press increase until 200. Normal press 225 bar. Everything is okay. Active slow turning. After blower mine engine, put stop position telegraph, close indicator cook, and in the mop activate 1 minute in auto position.
Okay.
Also
Do you- Okay.
prepare start and slow turning. Also need in auto mode.
Can you
Yeah.
ask your colleague if they agree? All of them? We need all your decision regarding preparation of the engine.
My colleague, my opinion, agree somebody for how is prepare my engine.
Herbert, do we have any from the chat box?
So yes, said try.
So, Mr. Mitin,
Yes.
what will I do? I put the engine on standby?
Yeah, now I see I have 4 alarm. Controller, sensor deviation. It's not disappear.
Okay.
So one here sounds correct.
So what about the others? Do you agree with Mr. Lowry and Mr. Kim Biston? Is that Mr. Kim? Ken?
So one on the message box says, yes, I said can try.
Okay. So I will. What do you mean by that? We put the engine on standby because we can put it on standby on our side because we are in the engine room.
Yeah, but you must disengage the turning gear first.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're gonna blow to something. It's blocking.
Can you check that on your map screen where to find if the turning gear is engaged or disengaged?
It was engaged before. It must disengage.
Now it's turning Jerry engage.
Yeah, but you make double click disengage. Otherwise, you're gonna do nothing.
Okay, click disengage. Now turning gear is disengaged. What next?
I don't know how it's on two-stroke, but we must put this standby mode probably.
I have control air, low press 4.7.
Yeah, but this can disappear. It should not affect if you want to start, I think.
No, should be more.
Yeah, but you have finished with engine status. Stop status.
So from my side, turning gear is disengaged.
Yeah, now it's disengaged. It's correct.
Put details on down there. On the right corner, put details.
Can you help Mr. Mitten? Mr. Mitten?
Details?
Yes, put the details down on the right corner. Down. I mean down where is the chief operation, there is left these details.
The alarm list, event log.
Now we went back, where was this turning gauge page?
Okay, wait.
Now right, left, there is this one, yes, try this one. Now it's
Details.
control, one is 7.1, other is 4.7. The deviation is too high.
Yes, it's correct. This is here is low press and here is high press.
Yeah, but even you have sensors, one is showing 7.1, other is 4.7, so means deviation alarm. I mean, theoretically, cut out this 4.7, I mean, inhibit, then it should start the engine, still have one sensor left, I mean, to control it. You can try, of course, to touch this alarm, this control vented, what it shows, this, what info it will show. If you tap it, what there is coming.
Yeah, possible sensor, possible also control air system. Some leakage, some other problem.
From my side here, I check down here. My air start distributor is still black. My main starting all is still closed. And of course, from your status there, we are still in finish with engine.
So basically it should start the control, I mean the starting air valve must open, but I mean on this mop it doesn't have, so it should change manually. Or...
You have to request us here. We are in the engine room. can tell us if that is the decision of the group, then we will do it for you. Okay? It must be a consensus, everybody in the group. So, Mr. Metin, can you ask them?
Yeah, everybody agree.
Yeah, I think I agree on starting there.
Herbert, do you have any in the chat box?
Yes. On the chat box says okay.
Okay. Okay. So, guys, do you agree? All of you? Any reply from the group? Only one, Mr. Lowry. I think Mr. Lowry. Is that Mr. Lowry, Bert?
Yes, on the chat box, Mr. Lori says okay.
And Mr. Bistrom, I think he said sounds correct.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So, Mr. Mitten,
Yes, sir.
what I will do is I will open the distribution block bulb and also for the main starting bulb. Okay?
Yes, okay. Here is green.
Okay. Okay. So what next?
Prepare start and slow turning for prepare mine engine. First need call the bridge. Inform the bridge. Prepare start. Slow turning.
Any recommendation from the other?
So on the chat box, one says need to change engine status.
Now it's finished with engine.
So what we will do now?
Need inform the bridge in the press standby.
Okay. Okay. So I go now here in the engine control room. I will inform the bridge. You
Yes.
need it standby. Okay, bridge. We are going to go on standby. Okay. Now I push standby, please. When you press standby,
I have again alarm. Wait, acknowledge. On. I check the engine. Engine not ready. Auxiliary blower running. Hydraulic. oil press have 225 bar.
Okay, guys. Before we proceed, Herbert, I think we take first a 10-minute break to call our heads. We will continue after the break, okay?
Okay. Have problem again this control air press.
Yeah.
It's have 4.7 bar. Need I try check alarm group.
Okay.
Control air press. I like you see info what. Okay. Control air press is too low. Case air press is too low. Control air supply valve is closed or have leakage. This is a problem. Need check the control air system. Investigate the online.
Okay. We can check this here in our side. You can tell us what to check and I will do it for you.
We first
want-
need inform the bridge for
Yeah.
safety. Put in the finish with engine, mine engine.
Okay.
Put back control for engine control room, and need investigate step by step. My opinion, air press generally plenty time. My experience is coming from this mechanical control air press is low, or is control air supply valve is closed, or is limit switch something.
So can you ask your colleague? I will, if you want to put it and finish with the engine, I will do it for you. But it must be the agreement or decision of all. Okay?
Yes, okay. My
Can-
colleague agree my opinion.
Can you unmute all your mic and reply to Mr. Mitten? Hello?
My colleague, please. Somebody agree?
I think your colleagues are still not there. We
Yeah,
hear
they-
no reply.
This is a procedure. I don't know if somebody.
On the message box, Mr. Lori said, what can do with this if there's a leak or problem with sensor?
Need modifies, change the sensor, or maybe some membrane is broken, or either you have some spare parts.
You ask your colleague, Mr. Mitten, if they agree with you.
My colleague is agree is my opinion. According the procedure is like this: cause air pressure is too low, or control air supply valve is closed, or major control air leakage in the system. Need investigate.
Check of the second and third alarm, this deviation first.
Did you hear that, Bert?
Yeah, deviation. Okay. Generally, nobody change set points for.
Nothing. But just open the valve here.
Yeah, we only open the valve. first.
I can see Mr. Metin in the local panel. Wait a minute.
Yes.
I will check your at the local panel. Wait a minute. On the local panel, I have 7 bar here. 7.1 bar also in the local panel.
Seven is low. Should be 8 bar.
No,
Okay, I
no.
know.
7 bar is okay. From the local panel, the set pointer is 7.1. Both of them has 7.1. Local panel, local only.
Or better local gauge, sir?
Yes, local gauge. Thank you, Bert. So what do you think is the problem here?
Control air supply valve. It's open.
Yes, it is open. I confirm it is open.
Click to this control air pressure sensor deviation and put also info. What tips it will give.
Okay, I try.
I mean, where you have these alarms, on the alarms list, click it, don't take on this page. Go back to alarms.
Okay, go back, alarm. Okay.
And click on the left, this yellow one, the second alarm, this control air pressure sensor deviation. Click one time this one. And put info now. There is already.
Yeah, already info.
Yeah, put back one time more. It was giving instruction already. Click one time more info.
Yeah, I click. No possible.
I mean, click the info from down.
Pressure sensor measure different value. One or both sensor failure. Replace failing sensor.
So one suggestion on the message box, can't change any part in this program. Can you mask other sensor, the one that is low? Mask, no.
Yeah, need try change the replace failing sensor.
Okay.
Need close control air valve and replace failing sensor.
Yeah, I think more or less you're right, because if it's on local panel, it's 7 bars, there should be on show on the system also 7 bars.
This is my opinion. It's in the local panel. It's the pressure gauge indicate 7.1 bar. Need to replace failing sensor. Somebody agree?
Yeah, I agree. The other option is to mask one sensor also to start.
So,
Okay, so on the message box, they agree and replace sensor or inhibit the sensor.
so guys, is that the decision of all? Mr. Who is the guy replace sensor or have hit the sensor, Herbert? Telling us.
Was Mr. Ken.
Unfortunately, we don't have a spare sensor. So what we are going to do now?
Can you inhibit the readings, the value of the sensor or not?
I cannot do it here on place. Maybe you can find it somewhere in your map using your map screen. That's a small hint from my side.
That's what I mean.
Sensor.
Where we can disable this?
Is now have this spare parts possible. Try this cutout, inhibit this sensor.
So where we can find the sensor?
Don't cut there, it's in place now.
One suggestion here, can we check in channel list?
Can do it if you like.
But you have easier to follow starting page.
So one is suggesting starting air page.
Mr. Ken here, agree? Start page, Lowry, Mr. Lowry.
Go to the starting page, starting air page, go back there.
I have same.
And now you have this 8503B, probably must inhibit this one where you have 4.7, because there was telling it will take the lowest pressure. That's why it's giving a lot.
Yes, this is clear. You have low press control air.
Yeah, but I mean, we must inhibit the sensor, probably this 8503B or something. Because there is on local panel, you have 7.1. It means there is 7.1, but other one is showing wrong and we don't have new sensor. So inhibit this 8503B. Go back this starting page and click this, double click this 4.7 bars, what it's doing.
Nothing.
If you try this 4.7 to click it, nothing happens.
No. You see, I try 4.7.
No, but I mean on the 8503, this one, yes. On this blue one, 4.7 where it's written, you click one time, nothing.
Nothing. I go cut out. I try like this. You see.
Okay.
Already cut out. I have dual armor.
Yeah, but this is deviation cut out. It's just fooling. I mean, it doesn't help us. It's just fooling ourselves.
So on the chat box we have here, can you click the mask it and mask it and then find this code in channel list.
ACUA 503 do control. Channel list.
So guys, what is really the problem?
I have this control air press sensor deviation, ACU A and B.
Okay.
Need cut out this sensor. It's not have these spare parts
Cut out,
or inhibit.
cut out, or invalidate.
Yes.
Do you think we
We need
can
to
start the
invalidate it.
engine in this condition? Guys,
No, we cannot. We must to inhibit this other this. It's showing 4.7 bar. This sensor must to inhibit. Then we can start.
is the engine is blocked or not?
Now it's blocked.
Can you check again?
Engine is not ready. It's standby.
Do you think it is blocked?
So one says here, it says engine block. Try start, see what happened.
You agree?
My
Again,
opinion, I not agree because it's coming shut down, coming it's coming shut down for my engine.
one comment here, it says not ready. Doesn't mean it is blocked.
I have control air press 470. I have this alarm.
So what is now your decision for this?
So we have here, doesn't mean it block. Have you tried to start it? If we can be sure it's just faulty sensor, can try it. Let's us don't mind the alarm. So someone suggested.
So guys, do you agree?
My opinion, it inhibit this alarm or cut out.
We need to invalidate the input, but not to cut out alarm.
So if that's the decision, where you can find this alarm?
In alarm list here, control I press sensor deviation.
Which one?
ACU and ACU A and B.
So where you can find the ECU A and B?
Here in alarm list, in here have this cut out. Try like this.
Where you can find this controller? ECU A and B.
Another suggestion here, need to invalidate input from defective sensor. Please go to maintenance tab to do it.
So who is suggesting Deborah?
It was from Sergis.
Maybe you can suggest that to Mr. Metin.
Yeah, okay. I already am here in the maintenance. ACU A and B. Here is no.
Mr. Metin? Mr. Metin?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
hear me? Can you
Yes.
please go to please try to look for the suggestion here that is written on the chat box. Need to invalidate input from a defective sensor. Please go to maintenance tab.
Okay, maintenance.
Can you try go with input output?
Okay. I change input output.
So what is the alarm there that is stated? Can you look at the alarm? Which controller is the one in control?
ACU, this is
But that is EICU, Mr. Mitten.
The alarm is coming from engine control unit.
I'm sorry. Engine control unit A and B come in this.
So what you are to do now?
I need to find this channel 503 do ACU A and B.
Okay. I saw somebody type in the chat box, Herbert, I think.
Okay, one suggestion here, need check with ID of sensor to find it. Need check with ID of sensor to find it.
Here no have. Control local limit, local stop, local slow turning.
So
Lock start tire distribute. Local take command slow down. Shut down. Scavenge governor. Start tire press.
okay. So if you cannot find there, Mr. Mitten,
I
do
know
you think,
find
if you cannot find there, do you think where you can find it?
I try in channel list.
Okay. That's a good idea.
No, I need go back. Go maintenance. Channel list.
No?
You must go back to MOP, I think.
Okay. If you cannot find it there, even how many times you will go there, it's a good hint.
Yeah.
You will not always find it. So you must, I think, search from the other, we say, place wherein to locate that. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Well, find where is that?
Here in a channel list.
So what will we do there?
I need to find this ACUA and B 503 do.
Do you think, but if you've checked already the input-output before and opened the ECU A and B, did you find it there?
No, I no find.
So you must find it in another place, right?
Yes, I try find in a channel list.
Okay. Can proceed. Now you have a good way, Mr. Metin.
Okay. I have here, I find in the channel list
Yep.
ACU A503 do control air press sensor deviation alarm.
Yep.
I change here.
Can you click it?
I click the alarm.
Huh?
Already is clicked. I try to cut out.
Do you think it will help?
It's not disappear. Control air press low.
Yeah, but deviation you got it out before already.
Yeah, I tried this control air press low. Yeah, I have one more alarm. I try. Need this now I go AC1 engine control unit B for disappear the alarm. Control air press again. Okay, now it's I now have alarm. Possible try mine engine.
Check your engine status to see if there is really no error.
Engine. Yeah, it's again activate.
Anyway, okay. Let us, we try to solve the alarm. You said to me that the alarm is the deviation between the two sensors, right?
Yes,
Your control air, because on the local, we have
7.1, something like this.
correct. You told me also that you have to invalidate the sensor.
Yes.
Somebody put here, but you cannot find where it is this channel. So did you check the channel where you can locate this? So you haven't checked the channel. You have cut out the sensor also.
Yes, invalid.
But do you have effect? It's still the same, right?
Yes.
So you haven't tried to invalidate the sensor? You haven't also don't try to start the engine. What do you think? If we start the engine on this kind of condition, do you think it will start?
My opinion, I know
Mr.
have this.
I see in the chat box.
Someone
Right.
said yes.
Do you want to try it? We will try it. If you like to try it. So you have no alarm there because you cut out the alarm,
Yes,
right?
yes, I cut out.
Can you please reactivate the cutout alarm? We will see what will happen.
I have this ACU, one alarm more.
Okay? What will you do then with it? Okay. Do you want me to start the engine so that we can probe? Can you put on the operation?
No possible. Need again this alarm cut out.
So what will we do with that?
Again, need go for the channel list.
Did you located it? So guys,
Oh.
any written in the chat box, Bert?
Yes, here it's not critical and not blocking.
Mr. Lowry. Yeah, Mr. Lowry. Can you please Mr. Mitin, Mr. Lowry said it's not critical and not blocking. Guys, I'm asking you all, can we try start the engine so that you will see?
Is have this shutdown. This for control air.
Yeah, but let's try at least.
Okay, try.
Okay. Let's try. I will be starting the engine. Before I start, what will we do? Can you put in the operation? Operation page.
Okay, I put operation page.
Before we can start, what we will do?
Need
I I will try to slow turn, right?
yes.
With an open test cock. Okay. Considering that we have slow turn. After slow turn, and we have satisfactory result, what will we do then? Before we can do the slow turn, what will you do then? To start your blower and your lubricating the engine, which button you have to press?
Need prepare start and slow turning.
Can you push it?
Okay.
So now you can see that the blower is running.
Yes, blower is running. Hydraulic press I have 225 bar.
Okay.
Possible slow turning.
Okay, I will try to move the telegraph to slow turn. Otherwise, you will not move anything without moving your telegraph.
Is correct.
So now here, from my side, I think the engine is rotating. 6.1 RPM. And scavenging air is also running at 0.15
Yeah, do.
bar. So now my sleuth is satisfied. I have no water in my indicator cock whatsoever. I will now put to zero back the telegraph. And after that, what will I do? I will close my indicator cock, right?
Yes, correct.
And after slow turn, what will we do in order to start the engine normally?
Need close indicator cook.
Okay.
And put in auto position mine engine and change bridge control.
Okay. I cannot change to bridge control because I have ACR here. So in this simulator, can you press auto?
Okay, now it's auto.
Okay. So I will try to start the engine. Of course, you have to look for you must ask permission from the bridge. If the gangway is clear, we have no vessel on our forward and after, and your rope are tightened, okay?
Okay.
So I will try to start the engine and look if the engine can start even with that alarm. Can you put back to operation?
Okay, I put.
So that means the engine can run even with the control air problem, right? You can see, even with the deviation, the engine still can run. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So I will stop now my engine because you told me before we have to stop and put to finish with the engine and try to troubleshoot. We do that. So, Mr. Mitten, can you go to input output under maintenance?
Okay.
Can you put back input output?
Yes, I put.
You open which alarm before? ECU A and ECU B.
Yes, correct.
Okay? Can you click that?
Yes, I click.
Did you find this alarm there? Which number of the alarm, Mr. Mete?
503 do. Is no here.
So, what is the problem here? Can you put back input output?
Yeah, it's here. Input output.
Okay. Can you please check ECU1, ECU2, ECU3? Maybe you can find it there. Your auxiliary control unit 1, 2, and 3.
CCU.
ECU. Auxiliary control unit 1. Auxiliary control unit 1. Can you find that alarm you are telling us?
Other
And-
row, to the last.
On the right corner. Maybe you can find it. Check one by one.
My starting block, turning gear, load limit, start up, turning disengage, my starting valve in service, starting air distribution, lamp test.
Can you check
No.
on the right side? You can see it here.
Yeah,
Eight.
control air pressure 7.1.
So that is a valid one. Which is the problem? The other one has a
This-
problem.
It's low control air press.
But your pressure is correct, 7.1. So you have to go to the other ECU to look. Where is it?
Yeah,
Go back.
I go back.
Go to ECU 2. Maybe you can find there.
It's not here.
Please read. No,
Mhm.
please don't in a hurry. Look one by one. Not so in a hurry. Look one by one. This,
Tooling gear. My starting hydraulic leak alarm level.
okay,
Allow our startup hydraulic press.
okay.
Control air. 4.7. Yeah, it's here.
So what will we
This-
do with that? Because you don't have sensor.
I try this process value is 4.7 example 3 bar.
Can you, yes, can you click on the left corner of that alarm? Here. 7x point, what is it? 0.5. At the left corner of that alarm, left. Mr. Mitten, left, that is, you're going to the right. Going to the left, please.
One moment again. Eileen?
Go more to the left. You are going right. Yes, you click that channel. What is written there?
Is here electric value 11.5 milliampere and this process value 4.7.
Can you click that? And try to put invalid.
Invalid? Yes, it's correct. Yes. Now it's invalid.
Can you check the alarm?
Need close.
Yes. Go to the alarm page if the alarm is still there.
I don't have it. The alarm list is
You
here
see,
also.
it is
Yes.
possible that even you don't have that sensor for a moment because of you don't have the spare, you can still have the option to invalidate that. That is the one that is connected to your sensor, the channel. So where we can invalidate, only on the input channel, the output you cannot have invalidation. The alarm you can cut out. So the problem here is that the engine will use the lowest control air reading since the deviation between both sensor is larger than 2 bars. So that means the engine control system will use that value in order to raise an alarm. But in that case, you still be able to run your engine. Then what you will do is first invalidate the, we say, failing sensor if you have no spare, and then you can continue to go. Okay?
Yes, okay.
You use the power of your map. Is that understood by everyone?
Need to find the channel. Where is the...
Any reply from you? So, is this understood by you or not?
Yeah, understood.
I understand.
Thank you. Thank you. So next time when you go with the troubleshooting, always also check your alarm info, which is correct, what you have done. The only thing, and you also check your starting condition. You also post the detail button, which is correct. The only thing that you miss is that you were not able to locate the place where the sensor is connected. So in that case, if you cannot find it on ECU, look at the other sensor. Maybe the ECU is just giving the alarm, or it is connected to the output, giving the alarm to the input, which is your ECU, and then you will find it there. So when you cannot find in that particular controller, you have to find it in the other controller. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So I think, Bert, we will take our 1 hour break, and we will continue after 1 hour, or how many? 53 minutes. So guys, just take your lunch, and I hope you now learn a little bit of the how we can use the power or map in order to invalidate, or we say rectify the problem. So guys, 53 minutes break.
Anyone?
I have 3 here, Mr. Bonder, Mr. Paulsen, and Mr. Mitten.
Wonders, if you like.
Yes. Mr. Banders, can you please put your mouse on the screen just to see? Okay, that's good. I can see it now. So Mr. Banders is in controller work.
Okay, thank you for that, sir. So, Mr. Wonders, or he will be the one who will operate the MOP. So same like before. The task is you might need to prepare the engine, and we will need to run it full speed ahead. So you have already the experience from the first exercise. We are also hoping that all of you now may help Mr. Bander do the task. So you may now proceed, sir. Can unmute your mic if you want something from us. So basically, you only have the MOP. So we can assist you by some components inside the engine room, plus the maneuvering handle. Okay. So we have the maneuvering handle, we have the access in the engine room. You only have the access for you only have the access for the MOP.
First need check the alarm. Which alarm have? After start prepare the mine engine. You have alarm low hydraulic pressure.
Sir Bander, can you unmute your mic also? So we can
Yeah.
hear. Yep.
Yes,
Thank you.
I see this alarm. Yeah,
Thank you.
low hydraulic pressure. So, what we should do? We need to find and rectify this. Correct? Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you. So Mr. Wonders is actually asking of how we can rectify this problem that alarms is showing. So anyone?
First of all, yes. First of all, we need to find source. Yeah, to rectify. In order to rectify, correct rectifying, we need to find the source.
Okay.
What goes plus. Okay, where we should go first? Well, assist if maybe some advices from others. Well,
Yes.
yeah.
So any advices on the alarms? We can see there low pressure. So what is this alarm saying to you, sir? What is this alarm saying to us? So actually,
What say? No hydraulic pressure, but this means that engine cannot be operated because no hydraulic pressure.
so why do we need hydraulic pressure? Do you
In
think?
order to operate engine,
Okay, in order to
operation also.
Yes, that's why we need hydraulic oil. Okay, do you remember which component will give you this hydraulic oil on your part 1 course? Anyone?
Hydraulic cylinder on it. It go.
Which component will give us this hydraulic oil that the MOP is asking? So we have here, is it auxiliary hydraulic pumps working? So someone is asking in the chat box. Hydraulic pumps is working. Is the hydraulic pumps working?
Now it's stop. Hydraulic pump is stop.
Hydraulic 1 0 0 1 not work.
Zero hydraulic oil. Okay.
Yeah, but you must to start electrical motor, not to check this gear pump.
Okay. There's a suggestion to start the electric motor. How we can do that?
Okay.
Need put mine engine standby.
We can try, yeah. In after mode, maybe he will start.
Okay, someone's
Uh,
suggesting to stand by. So actually, gentlemen, that is correct. So every time you push the standby button, it will automatically run your startup pumps. Okay, so the condition now is finished with engine. If you want to put it to standby, you might need to indicate first you are in standby or you want to be in standby.
Okay, try to put in standby.
Can you press the status first? Mr. Push status. So what is this starting condition? What is the purpose of this starting condition?
We check all the
Auxiliary blower is stop and hydraulic oil is 0 bar. I also have this low pressure. That need put mine engine standby mode or local mode for.
Okay. So what is the purpose of these starting conditions? Why it has a check there? This is just a review anyway.
if we preparing check if the gear also engaged or disengaged.
Okay.
Control layer. Some parameters for starting.
Okay, so gentlemen, this page here will actually help you to prepare your engine. We have a main state there which is finished with engine, plus we have this starting condition. This is actually a checklist, this part right here. So during standby, you already complied that the main starting valve is blocked, meaning it's closed. That's why it's already checked. Starting distributor is already checked also because it is in stop position or in close. It is blocked. the control air also is vented. So meaning it is drained away to the atmosphere. So that's why you have green check there. Every time we put it on standby, it will actually change in a different checklist again that you need to comply. And the standby button will also give you a automatic start for your hydraulic pressure. You can see there you already have hydraulic oil. Okay, if you, Mr. Borders, if you click auxiliary, and then you can see the master pump already run. Okay, that is in automatic mode. Okay, again, pushing the standby button will allow you to start that startup pumps. Okay, so we may now proceed. We already seen the starting condition, status. We are already now on standby. So what do we need to do now on the checklist?
I think you have to go back to this starting control system page, and then it disengage this turning gear after starting gear again, like last time.
You mean turning gear to be?
Yeah, I mean must disengage and then must
Yes.
open the air again, because we have no air at all, no controller, no starting gear, all is closed.
As part of vessel preparation.
Okay, so we need to prepare the engine by following this checklist. So what should we do first, or which one do we need to? Starting air valve. Okay, I will do that for you. Don't worry. Starting air valve. Wait a minute. Okay. Starting air valve. Okay, that is now in service. If I am not mistaken. Okay, I already opened the starting air valve.
Turning gear, disengage.
Turning gear, I will disengage. Okay, I just disengage the turning gear.
Air distribution need to open.
Okay, I will open the air distribution valve. This is operated manually. Okay, so the air distribution valve is now open.
And control air.
Control air. Okay, I will just open the control air. A minute.
Okay.
Okay. Control air open.
Okay, this first alarm still lighting.
Main start.
Acknowledge alarm.
Why is this? Okay, maybe we need to acknowledge. Start valve position. Okay, why is this? Alarm.
Go for alarm and go for detail for see what happened. He checked the press how much in its local position.
If there is a problem with switch, we should also solve, I think, somehow to change this one. Yeah.
Go for again for operate for see the how much it's air press.
Okay, on the chat box, someone said closed and open again.
Where is this?
Starting air is 28 bar. It's correct. It's local. Need put invalid mode. The first need check the limit switch. It's have spare parts, no have same before, same procedure.
We need to found some idea of these switches maybe before we can cut out something like this.
On the chat box, Mr. Lori is suggesting to just try close and open again.
Yes, it's correct. Possible try open and close.
Okay, don't worry. I will try to close again the main starting valve. Okay, the main starting valve now is fully closed. Okay, I will just put it into open. The main starting valve is now fully open. And I can see here on my side that the limit switch is actually touched. I'm just pushing it right now. And also the other limit switch, I just push it. Everything is normal on my side here, actually.
Okay. So we have error signal here in the mock, yeah?
Go for detail for see what or info for
You
see.
mean here? Info?
Try.
Okay. We look at before. Main reason why was interested. Main with false information. The switches. Okay. Okay, we need to inspect the switch because they provide faulty signal. Change maybe by U1. Or if we can spark, if we have not spark, we need to inhibit this signal. How it can done?
Yeah, you must
Can be
be
done. Maybe from this ID, we need to go find this ID and explain experience. Also to block this.
Try to go to this maintenance.
Okay, maintenance.
Try this ECU, ACUA.
A and B and same before. Try for put invalid.
Try in
From
control.
which? From which source we have it?
Try the left
Outside.
one. Try this engine control unit first. A.
Yeah.
Now on the left one more. This one, yes.
Try go back. No, go for bridge panel. A, E, C, U, A, and B. Yes, yes, correct, correct. Push, yes.
Can't see here.
Basically, there was this this channel, this ACUA and ACUB. There was this kind of channel, I think.
Okay. It's the same, I think. Maybe here.
Yes, yes, try here. Need also the number.
Yes, which number was?
Go back for alarm list.
This one, yeah?
Yes, yes, it's correct. 50325.
50325.
ACUA, try for. Now go back.
No?
Okay, gentlemen, just for information, additional info, this, Mr. Bonders, I will just put the alarm. Can you put alarm? Just for info. This ID, which is you are actually looking, ECUA 50325, is actually the identification of the alarm. So this is not a signal. This number is for the, so we can put the alarms in order. So you can see that also on the channel list. So every time you filter an alarm, this number will be used in to put them in order. So again, this is not the signal number.
Okay, how to determine signal number in order to cut out?
So with this indication, you have a start block. Can we run our engine?
No.
No. Okay, that is correct. So the first exercise that you have made is actually indication that you can still run your engine. So we have two indications here, the warning and the error. The warning is the yellow indication. The error is the red indication, which will not allow you to run your engine. Okay.
Mhm. Okay. That's clear. But how you can rectify this?
So for me, we just need to follow the alarm info.
Okay. That's clear. Action that's to be done, but where we need to go for this? These questions. Any advices maybe? I don't know.
So any advice from the group? Where can we find this action? Or how can we do this action?
Put local mine engine, close mine air starting, same procedure, finish with engine, to disengage, engage, turning gear, turning one round mine engine after put again in.
Okay, we have
This will not
suggested.
help. This will not help us.
Okay. Okay, so what happened now?
Trying to find something link between this main starter 12 and how to cut out this thing.
Cut out. Okay, so there are difference between cut up and invalidating. Okay? Cut up
Okay.
is only for the alarm.
Okay, invalidate. Yes, we need to invalidate.
Invalidate is for the signal. Okay,
Okay.
so we will try to invalidate something. Okay.
Yeah. But we need some link between this. I can find this switches on the, let's say, This previous exercise, it was clear how we can find this, but they're not clear.
Any suggestion from the group?
Need find mine air starting valve in service position.
Main start block. Maybe something here.
Okay, wait. Don't restart the
Yeah,
MOP. Wait a minute. So it was been refreshed. Don't worry. Sir Erwin?
We need to push restart, no?
No.
No. Okay.
Erwin?
Yes, Bert.
Can you I call this?
I will try just to restart the map, Bert.
Okay.
Okay.
Just remove the
Wait a
control.
minute. Yeah.
Okay, we will just try to refresh the MOP first. So our air system. Okay. Just by following the alarm, it says there the block and the in-service position is giving the same signal. Okay, we have two limit switch, which is the block position and the working position or in-service position. Every time I move this bulb, it actually touch the other one and leave open the other one. So basically, the other one is on, the other one is off. Okay? On the alarm suggestion, both this limit switch is sending an on position or off position. So what do you think happened now? Just by following that or by analyzing the info. Anyone?
Need rectifies the limit switch. Have spare parts.
Okay, rectify limit switch. Any other suggestion from the group? Replace.
You can inhibit also this one.
Inhibit.
Because one, if you are telling the valve is open, but this one is showing one is open, other is off, which one is showing closed, this one should inhibit and is get the right signal and later to start it.
Okay. So we will try to find that signal, sir. Is it correct?
Yeah, I think so because I
Yes,
think
also like this possible. Put invalid.
So some suggest to replace by new one or some just check on the MOP. So for my side, we do not have the spare to replace this. So basically we will look on the MOP how we can rectify it. Okay. So Sir Erwin, is it now okay or?
Now, we need attempting to reconnect to BNC server. BNC server shut down.
Okay.
I will try to inform our colleague in Copenhagen regarding this.
Okay, so wait. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. So you may now proceed.
Yes, I'm here. Yeah. No, I see main start valve blocked here.
Yeah, but-
Something like this.
But try to check this ACU1 also. Maybe there is off this first alarm. Check the other one for safety.
Which one?
I mean, you are now in ACU number 2. Close this one. Try to go to ACU number 1.
Okay, so I will just put you into chip access. Wait a minute. Okay, you are now chip access.
No, there is also on, yeah. The value is on.
Bert, Bert,
Yes, yes.
I think it's just now fully recovered. I will try to share my
Sure.
screen,
Okay, so
Okay.
Sir Bonders, wait a minute.
please. What about that? Is it okay now from your side?
Yes, it is. So can you give the control to Mr.
Okay.
Bonders? If I'm
Okay, now
pronouncing
can you
it-
try? Mr. Bonders, can you try? Okay, I can see now your controller here. I can see it.
Where should go now?
So you continue now.
Okay. I'm not sure which signal is related to our problem from
Oh.
this list.
Go check again alarm list.
Okay, alarm list. This ID number not related to this list. Correct or not? Which information gives assistance
Eight.
from this?
The alarm list number is not a signal number, right? That's correct.
Try with the channel list.
What is in channel list? Okay, ACD channel.
And then you go down the corresponding ID.
So for another information, if you are trying to look for the signal number, you cannot find it here on the channel list.
Yeah, but you can see the alarm here. You can inhibit it. Or
Okay.
it's valid, what you call it, yeah?
Okay. Actually, we can only cut off the alarm from here. If we want to invalid, it is only available on the maintenance system input-output. So there are difference between the cut off and the invalidating the signal.
Understood.
Go back for
That
maintenance.
means we go back to maintenance, yeah?
Maintenance after invalid output. Yes. Yes. And try check all ACU and step by step.
From this?
Yes, try open.
Okay. Can't see the main start.
Go left side.
Left side.
Mine, start air valve.
Okay. This. But this is related to pressure. Not which position?
Okay, so if you
Okay.
want to invalid a signal, you can only do that on the input signal. This one right here is an output. You can see there, binary output. So that's why we cannot invalid this one.
Okay. Go back.
This is also output. Try the other one. Maybe it's AICU.
No. And here.
Try with MOP B. Yeah.
Not opening.
They don't have any connections to
So,
MOP. Which
yep,
panel?
correct. Yep. So this MOPA and MOPB is actually just an indication. So it is not a button actually. So that's only the indication that you are in MOPB. If it is a button, it's actually a 3D button, same like on the multi-purpose controllers. So I have a another information actually. If you are trying to look for a signal that the alarms, what's this? So you cannot see it on the alarms. The alarms info is not actually saying it. Where is the signal? Okay, and you try to, and you are looking for this block and in service. You can actually see this also on your local site. Okay, wait a minute. On this local site here.
Local side.
Yes, so this local site here, the button, this one right here, can you see the button? The wirings have a tag numbers.
Yes.
Yes, can you see it? They actually, double,
21.
yes, 112, 1112A, 1112B, 1111A, and 111B. So that cable tag number is actually a signal number you can see on your MOP. Sherwin, can you share the screen? We will try to see this 1111A, 111B, 1112A, and 1112B. Okay? So they are the one who is actually giving a wrong information on the system.
Okay, where we need to find this in channel list.
Yes.
Okay.
On the maintenance input output. So this channel list again is only for the alarms. If we are trying to look for a signal, it is only available under maintenance system input output.
Go for maintenance.
Mhm. Okay, maintenance.
Down. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's here. Input, output.
Input. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's here. 11A.
The first one.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Found. What else? What other here? Yeah. Put to invalid. Okay.
Process value? No.
This is another. Here. For this
Same.
one. Same.
Invalid.
Okay. Okay.
So you just remove two signals. Can we run now the engine?
We can try. I don't know.
Check the status. So we still have indication there. Can we run our engine now?
No, it's in service position.
I
You
think
should
no.
check the wrong ones.
Someone says, yeah, on standby. Yes, on standby. How about any suggestion from the group? With this indication, can we run now the engine?
We can try as minimum.
Try. About the others, any suggestions? Someone says, let's try.
I need put standby.
Yes, go. So we are already now on standby. And then during the preparation, we seen that there is an engine block. Okay, started block because there is a sensors that actually blocking our engine from starting. And then we invalidate two signals, two sensors. Okay, I'll just show you this presentation before we proceed on this one. So Erwin, I'll just take again. And this is the one that we are trying to figure out. The other one is sending the same signal from the other one, which is not actually a good condition. So this one right here, this is actually the diagram that the engine control system is receiving, or the signals that the engine control system is receiving from your limit switch. So this is an example of the valve for air starting valve. And it has two limit switch, which is the block indication and in-service indication. Both of these limit switch is sending signal to your ACU1 and ACU2. Okay? Both block and both in-service signal is sent into ACU1 and ACU2. But they should not be the same. One will send on, one will send off. Okay? So if we try to open this one or close this one, it will touch the off position and put on to the block. Okay? Send to ACU1. The other one will, or vice versa. Okay? And now, just by going on the, this one right here, we look on the system input output and we found out that the block position right here is in on position or indicating on, even though we already put it into open, correct? I already opened the starting air valve, but the block position is still on. So that's why you decided to put it to invalid. Not only this one, but also the ACU2. Okay? That is how redundancy works. Actually, we have two systems, and you figure out that you might need to remove both of them. And now, question is, can we run the engine even though we have this indication? You already invalidate two signals. Can we run the engine? Just for clarification.
Yes.
Yes. So I think majority. Actually, that is correct. Okay. This part right here, the main state box will be the one who will indicate if your engine will run or not. This is the responsibility of your engine control unit or your ECU to start block your engine or to give you warning if you will not comply this condition. So without any indication here, you can now run the engine. I will just show you. I will just put a certain RPM. I'll go to operation. I just put 40 on the maneuvering handle. Okay. And now, by this speed modifier, you can actually run your engine. Okay, so even though you have this indication here, which is a red error, you can still run your engine. Okay, so you can also remove this indication here by just going to maintenance. You can see that in system input output, by just going to ACU1, there is a main starting valve in service also. Okay? You just need to remove this one right here. Just to remove the indication from the starting condition, because the starting condition needs both sensor, both indication from start block and in service. If the system will not receive indication from block and in service, it will just give you this indication here. So we will try to remove ACU1, starting block, process view, invalid, X. I'll just go to other one. ACU2, remove in service position, starting air distributor. This is not the one. So be careful also. Okay, starting air, put it to invalid. So the system will not receive that anymore. So going back to the engine, and then you now remove the indication there. But just by removing the block indication, you can now run your engine. No need for you to remove. But if it so happen that you remove, it's okay. So the question now here is this. We can now run the engine. Okay? And we already removed this blocking indication here. My question, we remove it on the auxiliary control unit, but why we receive it in your ECU A? Why the ECU A and B is complaining with this starting position? Why that the ECA, the auxiliary control unit, indicate it? Anyone?
Is connect for control air unit.
Control air? Disconnect for the control air? Because this alarm will just appear here, even though we already fixed the problem. Why is it the ECUA is complaining? The engine control unit is complaining for the alarm. The signal is connected to the auxiliary control unit. Okay? So, it's because it's from ACU. Okay? Right. So, by just analyzing again this signal, the ACU1 and ACU2 is sending this block and in-service indication both ECU A and ECU B. Okay? So the block and in-service, you will see it on the ECU A and ECU B because the ECU A and ECU B will decide for your starting condition. Okay? They are the one who will decide. And by just analyzing on these alarms here, they did not receive any signal from your ACU1 and ACU2. That is why they are complaining. I don't receive this signal. Okay? So they will act as the leader from the system. They will be the one who will decide. But you as an operator, you might need to help the system. You can help it by just invalidating some signal. So on that case, the system will know what is actually happening from your engine. Okay? This is an example of how redundancy works. Okay? You have two signals that is actually running at the same time. Okay? If something happened to the other system, your engine will not be or will not stop. It will not put you in danger. You still have the other system. That's why your engine can still run. Also the same thing on the first exercise, the control air system. You have two redundant sensor that is actually used on the engine. And by just invalidating one signal, you help the engine knows what is happening on the components. So in that case, okay, just by removing one sensor there, the system actually knows that, okay, there is a control threshold. Okay, so I hope that one is clear. Any question or clarification regarding on this exercise? I hope this is clear. Any question?
Okay.
Access to anyone?
I will give the control to Sergey Tergakovs. Sergey, I will give you the control, please. Can you put your cursor on the screen?
Yes, it's in the screen now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Sergey.
So we will just continue by still using this condition that we are or invalidate this starting valve in service and in block position. Okay. So can you go, Sergey, under engine operation? Okay, so we are now running at 40 RPM. We already reached our speed modifier. That's why we do not have any indication there. So the index limiter is a scavenging air pressure. I will try to increase our RPM up to 85 RPM. And there you can see that the speed modifier is changing. It depends on the shape, how the system will put you into your desired RPM slowly, having this load up program. Okay. Okay. So the last exercise will be this one right here. So imagine you're already finished with the starting air. You are now running at 85 RPM and the load up program is still reaching. And then suddenly you encounter this alarm. Okay. And just to give you info, we are at open sea. We have a good calm water. Okay. And the captain is expecting to go home to the next port. Okay. So this is now the last exercise. Okay, so what happened now? So we are expecting that all of you may now participate because you already have an idea from the previous, hope you have an idea already from the previous exercise. Any suggestion from the group?
We need to check CCU status.
Yeah, but I understood the engine is running and good weather. Yeah, maybe should stop the engine first and after that to start investigate.
So what is actually the condition of our engine now?
Engine is now running.
Is it running at your desired RPM?
Now it's 36, 85.
It's slowed
Actually, it's
down.
39. Slow down.
Slow down condition.
Okay,
Slow down.
so we are now on slowdown because of that alarm. And just imagine the captain is actually confused now. Don't worry, I will tell him we are fixing this problem. Don't worry, I will inform him. Just relax there. Fix his baggage.
Actually, we need to check the condition of the CCU, this LED status. And in case it's not working, we need to replace the CCU, stop the engine, replace the CCU. Cylinder number 6. Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can actually hear you. So Sergey is actually asking for any recommendation. You might, we are all actually expecting you to decide. And for us, we will just here on standby, waiting for any order from you guys.
It investigate the fuel injector and the exhaust valve.
So we will try to come out with the one suggestion. What happened now to the engine? Okay. What happened now to the engine? What is the condition of the engine right now?
Now it's running. It's running. Slow down.
Run,
One minute, it's not working properly.
running and slow down. So why do you think slow down was activated? So we will do it step by step.
Unit number 6 is not available.
Hey, unit number 6 is not available. Is this the one who caused the slowdown?
Yes,
Why do you think the CCU6 caused the slowdown? Compression limit. Yes, so for information, the compression limit is actually the safety of the engine for to prevent safe limit for your scavenging air. So this will actually activate during slowdown. So the CCU6 is actually holding the overall function of your cylinder unit. That's why it is now not available. So it caused the engine into slowdown. So that is now the condition. We are on slowdown because of the CCU6. We do not have function on our cylinder number 6.
Yes. So I guess we need to stop the engine and change this CCU for cylinder number 6.
Yeah, but it can be also the network problem only.
Okay, so my suggestion is to change the TCU for cylinder 6. Any other opinion?
Yeah, but first you must to stop the engine probably and then make reset after that of the CCU unit. And if it doesn't work, then you change.
Yeah, sure. We have to stop the engine for any maintenance at first.
Yes, also need check FIVA and lubricator system.
Because for me it looks like there is some signal problem at all. This CCU6 network or something is loose.
Or just to make sure we can follow the alarm info action.
So the possible reason is CCU power off, or CCU failure, or networks failure. No, we can check the LED status on the CCU to check if power is on or off at first.
Okay, we can actually do that. I can do that for you. So what do you want me to do first? So this is actually a group CCU 6 not available. How can you actually see a group alarm?
Go to the maintenance and there is this AICU.
Yes, that is actually that button will actually help you to see group alarms, that plus minus button. Okay, so what do you want me to do, or do you want me to check something at the local side? We can do that just to fulfill the action here on the alarm info.
So we can check the CCU mode, this LED status at first.
LED status first. Any recommendation? Which one I will try? You want me to check? Okay, everyone is correct. So I will check the LED. So at the cabinet, the MPC CCU6 doesn't have this LED indication. It's not giving any light indication. No red, no green.
Can you check fuses status?
Come again, sir?
Can you please check fuses status?
Oh, okay. So that is also a good action to check fuses. So we have fuses that are being monitored by the system, and we have fuses that are not being monitored by the system. Okay. F9, 12, 13, and 14 are the only fuses that are being monitored. So every time they are busted, you will see indication here on the alarms list. So we do not have on the alarms list any indication for the fuse. I will check the other fuses that are not being monitored from F1 to what is F10, 11. Okay. F1, okay. F3, okay. F4, okay. F5, okay. 6, okay. 7, okay. 8, okay. 10, okay. And 11, okay. So all fuses are okay. But that is actually a good suggestion.
But can we also check the power supply to this CC?
Power supply, okay. So we have two power supply. I will just put it to off and on, okay. Cable going to the from power supply, attach. MPC power supply, attach. I'll check if there is a source. 24 volts is actually present. So I think power supply is okay.
Yeah, but if there is no LED indication of power supply is okay, then it's third card and must to stop the engine and change the card of this CCU, and that's it.
We also can check this network cabling first, and if it's okay, we need to replace this CTU.
Okay, that is also a good suggestion. I will check the network cable. So just remove network A and put back network A again to check. Okay, all attached. Network B and put back. Network B and A is okay and they are intact. I just tight the screw. Okay, networks are okay.
So now I guess it's time to stop the engine and change this CCU.
How about the others? We have one suggestion to replace it.
Yeah, I agree.
Agree, to agree. Hope everyone is still there. Alexander, you have any suggestion, sir? Yes, for Mr. Lowry. Stop and replace.
Need stop and check this FIBA moment or
FIBA.
managing lubricator system.
Yes, also that one is
Also possible S-house valve with this S-house valve position.
okay. I think Mr. Metin, is that you? Yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
He has also a good suggestion. So he said, check lubrication. So we do not have any power on our CCU6, meaning we do not have lubrication on that cylinder, but we are running slow down. Do you think it's a good action to just leave it like that?
It's possible, depends the condition, better stop the main engine.
Stop main engine. Okay. Any other suggestion? I will stop the main engine. If you like. Going once. Fergie. So actually this one right here, every time you lose a CCU6 or any CCU or any cylinder control unit, you must need to remember that you lost the cylinder lubrication there. So better before troubleshooting, because it's hard to find out where it is actually what caused the problem, better to put it into special running condition for your lubricator. Okay? Before do anything on the system. So do you remember how to put the special running condition for your lubricator?
Yes, we have to connect the separate cable from to this lubricator.
Yes. So each ME engine has a cable near beside the controller. So one end needs to put in the MPC and one end needs to put in your this solenoid valve. So if I will, for example, I will put it now. I will put this, which MPC do you think I need to put this one? This is a backup cable actually. Do you remember that? So you might need to put it into your engine control unit A. So if you have an MPC, you might need to put it in a J52. Okay, just a review. You need to put it in J52, and then to supply activation for your lubricator, put it into your solenoid valve under CCU6. So I will try to put it just for you to see that if you go on the maintenance, I just put it now. Can you go maintenance? System input output. Okay, and then ECUA, I put it on the ECUA. And then you might need to look there with where is the local backup? Is that lubricator signal? Yes. Okay, it should be on and off. Okay, now I can see it's on and off because it is now giving a signal to your lubricator. Okay, that is a special running condition. So just for info, what you are actually using here right now is an MPC or an MOP having a Triton controller. Can you see it? You have a Triton controller here. This is a new system for our ME engine. Okay? It is actually in service right now, but we have only few ships that has a Triton controller. So if you have an MPC controller, it's just the same here on the description and ID, but different on this channel number here. 2.x1, 2.x2. So for the MPC, you have there J plus the number. J50, J52. So most probably the lubricator backup signal here is J52. So you can see it here also. Okay, so just another information. So we already put the backup signal for the lubricator. We are still running slow down. So what should we do next? Someone suggests replace, stop the engine, replace. How about the others? So if this happened to you, and maybe almost on the anchorage, the captain is really want to to go home. I want my engine. Okay, it's now complaining. So what action should we do next? We already checked the action from the information, from the info button. All of them are actually not helping us. Any final action?
Need go check the FIVA.
Okay, how do you want me to check the FIBA? You can also check it here. No, I guess no, because the CCU6 is not functioning, right? So we cannot check it here. But I can say the FIBA is okay, the FIBA is good. Okay. So the initial position of the FIBA is in a safe position, meaning the exhaust valve is in open position. Any suggestion from the group? last and final suggestion. So we already follow the action info, the information actions, and still we cannot find any solution. Stop and replace.
Yeah, I think we need to stop and replace.
Okay, so stop and replace. What if we do not have any spare? Maybe you just joined the ship that has a very old engine, and then suddenly the spare are not updated. So we do not have spare, for example. You do not have spare MPC to replace this one. What should we do now?
Isolate cylinder unit number 6.
Hey, isolate cylinder unit number 6, meaning just leave it like that. So if we just leave it like that, can we put our engine into our normal condition because we are running slow down now?
No, then we must inhibit all the CCU number 6.
Okay, can we do that? Can you go to maintenance, system input? Okay, can we inhibit signals from the CCU6 with that indication?
No, it's not accessible.
Yes, so it's not accessible. So we cannot do something with that controller here on the MOP. Any other suggestion from the group? We do not have spare, but we can all agree we need to replace this controller. And after replacing, maybe we can expect this controller, but we do not have spare. Can we do anything with that? Okay, just think about it. I will just give you time. We still have time.
I mean, theoretically, if you stop the engine and you swap the CCU unit, put it number 6 and then inhibit number 6 and put it back to other cylinder, it will work or no? Or other option, of course, maybe this MPC, this battery is empty, or I don't know.
Okay, battery is okay actually. So better, I'll stop the engine. I just told the captain, okay, I will just stop the engine. I will try to fix it. Okay, the captain said yes. And now I just put it into 0. Okay. The engine speed is coming from 14, 8.5, 4.7, slowly into 0. Now we have engine stop. Okay, so this is the compression pressure limit activation. Okay, This is the one who is giving you a safety against slowdown. This one is this is the one that your alarm is actually talking. Okay, so for our suggestion, every time you have this kind of problem on board that suddenly your CCU6 is not accessible. So all you have to do is put first this lubricator, emergency backup lubricator, and try to follow the alarm actions. So we already follow the alarm actions, and we all agreed that we need to replace this MPC, this CCU6. And then suddenly we found out that we do not have spare. But we can assure you, you can still run your engine by just going into maintenance. Go to maintenance, sir. And by redundancy, you have their spare MPC. All of the available MPCs there are okay as a spare, but it's just a matter of decision making. Which MPC will you going to use in order for you to recover your engine? MPC is a multi-purpose controller. You can use it into ECU-A, EICU, ACU, SCU, or even CCU6. It is actually plug and play. Okay? So you have their spares. So which MPC now will you take?
I would take this one, EACUB.
EICUB. So someone suggests EICUB. How about the others? So this is actually how redundancy works. Another redundancy by means of using your controller as a spare. So never mind the TIU. Below is the TIU is another controller, but this is for Triton, so we will not use it. Only this controller above. EICUB? Do you like EICUB? How about the other, sir? I hope you're still okay at the other side. Still, hope this course is still interesting. So, for example, we decide EICUB. So I will just show you. I will just take EICUB. Okay, I will just remove it on my part right here, and I will replace that going to your CCU6. Oh, wrong, ECUB. I took ECUB. Never mind, I will just replace it again. Sorry for that. I will replace EICUB. Don't tell to the office I made like that. Sorry. So we will just wait. Just put in the power. So the EICUB now is okay. The ECU6, CCU6 is now fully recovered. So in this case, can we run now the engine? Check if we can run now the engine. So if you have this trouble and you came out from a slowdown, better reset that compression pressure limit that you've seen before. We need to reset that button. Engine, chip limiters. Okay, and we need to reset that one. Okay. We will, this should be in automatic. Okay. Reset it again. Why is it not resetting? Oh, why? Now is it not resetting? Can you acknowledge all?
Yeah, I tried already.
Mm-hmm.
This one cannot be acknowledged. I don't know why.
I will just try to control here. I already acknowledge all. And then bulb, EICUB, EICUC, compression is still active. Just try go there, engine. I hope the simulator is still activating good. Just I try to press cancel. Okay, so it should be reset. Here, this one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
it's automatic.
So now it's okay. It should be press cancel first, then automatic. But just by pressing reset, it should go back to its normal condition, automatic. Okay. So another one, we need to reset the, do you remember there is a HCU status on your MOP? So go here under status, press status. Okay, we will just try to sure that the HCU status also is okay. Press cylinder valve status above. Okay, so this is the HCU status that I'm telling you, that every time you are in safe position, there is a fault indication here. But this time, I think it's all okay. So can we go back to engine operation? And then maintenance input-output. So we do not have EICUB. Can we run now the engine? We just replace it to our CCU6. We can try.
Yeah, we can try.
Oh, okay. We can try. So anyway, I will just put 40, maybe 50. So try check, 59. So even though I put it bigger RPM, the system will ensure that there is a safe activation with this speed modifier. Okay, good. Okay, I also want to inform you that I removed the backup for lubricator. So I just remove it. We now recover the CCU6. The engine now is running. Okay, so that is now the solution if you have CCU6 problem and then you do not have any spare. But what if? Okay, we can see that the engine is now running. I'll just increase the RPM. Okay, to 83. Maybe there's a certain limit only, but we will check. 83, load up program. I think all okay. Do you all agree it's now okay?
Yeah, it's okay. It's now running.
Yeah, it's now running. But the only problem here is that what if EICUA failed? Okay, I just activate a EICUA fail. What is now the condition of your engine? Do you have any alarms?
No. Still running. Speed's not locked.
So if this happen, so we suggest remove EICUB and then suddenly EICUA fail. So what should you do now on your engine? Is your engine running?
Yes, the engine is running.
Is it actually running?
Yes, it's running.
Yes, it's actually running because you have your engine control unit A and B. So in that case, your engine is still running. So you do not have indication with the set point here because the EICU holds that set point. It holds the command coming from your maneuvering handle. Without EICU, you do not have any interface from your maneuvering handle. So meaning, you do not have any control on the bridge and in your engine control room maneuvering handle. So do you think it's okay for you to run this engine like this? Can you go to under maintenance? Check. What is the condition of your controllers? See that? So how can we stop our engine now?
From local panel.
Local panel, okay? How can we put now the local command? So the maneuvering handle from the engine control room holds the local button and we need to accept it in the local side. We do not have maneuvering handle on the bridge. We do not have maneuvering handle on the engine control room. How can we activate the local side? We need to
Change
accept
command from the local emergency.
emergency. Yeah. Come again, sir?
It's no, it's activate the emergency local panel and need change in the engine control room.
Mm-hmm. I think what you're trying to suggest is recover first the maneuvering handle on the bridge into the engine control room. On that case, we can shift to local operating panel. Is that, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, it's like this.
Okay, so in that case, we need to replace another MPC in replacement of this EICUA. You think you can still remove some controllers from the system to recover our maneuvering handle? Are they all similar? Yes, actually, they are all similar. All of the MPC here is similar. You can put whether you want it, which controller. You can replace it. They are called multi-purpose controller actually.
Then should take away map A.
Map A is not actually a controller, so it's only a panel. Only the controller are the EICU, ACU, CCU, and this ECU. Okay. So regarding on this exercise, actually you can remove some of the MPCs here, but you might need to consider the consequence. Okay, so remember that word, the consequence on taking these MPCs as your spare. Okay, we want you to maintain the EICU-A and EICU-B and maintain your ECU-A and ECU-B. Okay, so in that case, take the ACU here or the SCU here. You have two spares here that can actually use as a spare. So you have a backup. So our suggestion, check ACU3. Okay, does it hold anything? So if I remove ACU3, what will happen to my system? This is actually a good spare. What will happen to my system if I take ACU3? Okay. It holds your engine-driven pump number 3. What will happen to your engine-driven pump number 3 if I remove this? Do you remember that?
Goes 100% ahead. No.
Yes, that is actually correct. So if this one goes 100% ahead, is there any problem for my engine?
No, the other two pumps will go down.
No, yes, actually, if I go here, auxiliary, if I fail, for example, I will just stop the engine because it will not activate, but I'll just explain it. Okay. So if I take ACU3, okay, for example, this is actually a good spare. So if I take ACU3, this engine-driven pump number 3 will be in 100% ahead. Okay? As long as there is a controlling pump and a follow-up pump, your engine will just run smoothly. Okay? So the system will just control this controlling pump to compensate your desired set point. Okay? And the follow-up pump will help your controlling pump maintain this set point. What is this set point? Okay, you cannot see my mouse. What is this set point here? This set point is actually the equivalent pressure for your desired RPM. So every time you change your RPM, this set point may change, and this engine-driven pump should compensate that set point. So as long as there is a controlling pump, it is good for your engine to run. But you might need to check the condition of your engine. So make sure that this engine-driven pump is in 100% ahead. How can you ensure that this one is in 100% open? Okay. How can you ensure? How to ensure? So there is an indication here actually at your local side. Okay? At your local side, there is an indication by a certain degree, either 0 to 15 degree. That is the only indication. So if it is in the 15 degrees, it is actually giving you a 100% opening. So without, you can see here, without ACU3, I will now replace ECU-A. Okay, so with this indication here, I still have the engine control room panel and bridge panel. So we can still run on the engine control room, or we can still run on the bridge. But we are advising you to put your EICU A and B into normal for redundancy, and ECU A and B for redundancy. So we might need to take again another controllers here. This time, we are suggesting you to take SCU. SCU is actually a good spare. Okay, this one holds the exhaust gas bypass. So the exhaust gas bypass is used for us to prevent our turbocharger against overspeeding. So if we are running 70% above load, this exhaust gas bypass will open to reduce the pressure on your exhaust gas manifold in order for you to prevent overspeeding on your turbocharger. At the same time, if you are running at slow steaming, okay? If you are running slow steaming, this exhaust gas bypass will actually give more power into your exhaust gas. Okay, it needs to be closed, giving more power to your turbocharger to rotate your turbocharger to give additional air into your chamber. Okay, this one is will do that for you. This SCU. So if you want this one to be your spare, we are advising you to run your engine below 70% load. Okay, there's a restriction. Just put your engine load 70% below. So in order for you to prevent your turbocharger against overspeeding. So I will just remove it, put it to your ECUB. Okay, so this one will actually help you still reach your desired destination. We don't want you to take the ECU A and ECU B because you will lose redundancy. If you lose both ECU A and ECU B, you do not have any power for your angle encoder. So in that case, you cannot run your engine. Okay? If you lose both EICU A and EICU B, you do not have the interface for your maneuvering handle from bridge and engine room. So we are not advising you to take EICU A and EICU B, EICU A and EICU B as your spare. Use first the other controller, either ACU3 or SCU1 if you have it on board. Okay? For example, you do not have this, you already use your ACU3 and SCU1. Okay? What other controller you might need to use? This time you might need to decide if you are going to use EICU A or EICU B. Take EICU B. Make sure that your engine will not lose this EICU A. So if you lose EICU A and EICU B, and then suddenly you decide to run at local side, what do you need to remember operating in local side? Do you remember? You need to remember anything on operating in local side?
Change control for the local, emergency local position.
Yes. Imagine you are running at local side. Okay? Do you need to remember anything? Example, we do not have EICU A and EICU B anymore. We do not have this two controller here. So I think Mr. Ken already leave. Anyway, I will just wrap this up. So we already consumed only too much time. So if you run your engine without EICU A and EICU B, remember that you do not have this this one right here, this process information. Okay? You do not have this speed modifier. Okay? This speed modifier is only available into your engine interface control unit. So running locally, you might need to be the one who will introduce the minimum speed, the maximum speed. You will do that to your engine. The bulb speed range, the load up program, you will be the one as an operator who will do it into your engine. So you might need to run your engine slowly and carefully if you do not have this EICU A and EICU B. Okay? So I hope that one is clear. So this last exercise is actually redundancy. Redundancy by means of taking your MPC as a spare. Okay? You might need to consider the consequences. Okay, so that ends up my presentation for this day. I hope you have gained some understanding on this standard control operation. And if you have questions or clarification, we will try to answer it before we say goodbye to each other. Is there any more question or clarification?